Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. Thank you for joining me today for this yoga short. We are going to do just a quick little yoga session. This is meant to bring the rhythm of your body down, to give you a little relaxation, a little peace. There are going to be no sun salutations. This is a lunar flow or a calming flow. Really, all you need is a soft place to lay down if you have a mat or some soft carpeting. I have a block, maybe a strap if you're feeling really tight, just have that nearby. But this is really just going to be nice and quiet. We're going to hold the poses for a while. I want you to have some nice relaxing music. I've been teaching yoga for 17 years, and one thing I've learned is everybody's idea of relaxing music is different. So it truly is whatever makes you feel relaxed or helps to calm your mind, block out any stress or distractions. This isn't going to take very long. I am warmed up. I just got done with a cardio workout. You do not have to be. You can do this from a cold start. Whatever works for you. If you've already had yoga today and you just need a little extra, or you need to throw this in real quick, anything works for me. So let's go ahead, let's grab that equipment and let's get started. All right, thanks for joining me. Let's go ahead and get relaxed. We're actually going to start in corpse position or shavasana pose. Now this is whatever works for you. You can lay all the way flat, you can bend your knees, you can have reclined butterfly, you can roll onto your side. Whatever is relaxing to you. You can place something across your eyes if that helps you to relax. You can wear a sweater if you're cold, or maybe some socks. I truly want you to be able to relax. So for me, this is a comfortable position. Hands next to the body, allowing the fingers to roll in. So if this is comfortable right across the belly, that is fine. If you'd like to focus on the breathing, you can place one hand on your chest, one hand on the belly, or hands to the side, letting those fingers relax. Remember that bent knees is a position, especially if having those legs out straight bothers your low back. This is a great alternative that you have. This is a reclined butterfly, which is just allowing the hips to open up. This is a good option if you're really tight through the hips and you really just want to open everything up. Of course, if you are big and pregnant, or it just bothers you to be on your back, rolling over to your side is also a great way to start. Let's go ahead and close those eyes, and let's start focusing on the breath. So I want you to inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. And at first, we're just getting the rhythm of the breath. Inhale and exhale. Now, as your body starts to relax, you can feel free to make this sighing sound or ocean sound in the back of the throat. It's called your Ujjayi breath. It does help this body. It signals the body to relax, but don't feel like you have to use that. Now we're going to start focusing on the breath a little deeper, pulling in the air a little bit deeper into the lungs. Slowly exhaling a little further. Take that exhale for a few more seconds. Now start to relax the muscles in the face. Release the tension in the forehead and the temples. Relax the muscles and expression around the eyes and mouth. Relax the jaw. Just feel the tongue release. And as you're laying here, I want you to think about relaxing through the shoulders. Relax any tension that moves into the spine. Release any tension through the hips. Just feel those legs just open naturally through that hip joint. You're trying to still the body and relax the mind. Try to just think of a white screen, focusing only on that breath.
And let's take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we're just gently bringing the right leg. So pulling that knee toward the chest, getting those shoulders to relax, just feeling the stretch through the glutes, maybe even into the hamstring. Let's go ahead and release the right hand to the right shin. Left hand comes to that left hip bone. And we're just going to gently pull the right leg out to the right side just until you feel the pull, making sure this left hip stays glued to your mat or to your floor. So we're not rolling up at all. Tummy tight. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the center. We're going to switch the hand that's in the lead. So the left hand grabs the shin. Right hand just comes to the floor next to the body. We're going to gently pull this leg across the body toward the left side. Again, until you feel the pull. This time, it's the right shoulder that stays glued to the mat. So just go until you feel the pull and hold. Remember, if you're not warm especially, you're just warming up, so be gentle. And slowly roll back, coming back into the center. And now we're going to extend this right leg down to the floor, all the way out, and we're going to do the same thing left side. Bringing that thigh in, shoulders relaxed, tummy's tight. Now if grabbing the shin is too much for your knee, you can grab behind the thigh here. But if you can, grabbing onto the shin will give you just a little bit more room. But listen to your knee. Let's go ahead and take that left hand to the shin, right hand to the right hip. Gently open that leg to the left. Keeping that right hip down. And let's bring it back to the center, changing hands. Right hand grabs the shin, left hand comes next to the body. Gently pull it across, keeping that left shoulder down. When you feel the pull, hold. Coming back to the center. Let's go ahead and bring both knees into the chest. I want a hand on each knee. We're going to do circles with the knees. So your hands are doing the movement. You are letting the hips relax. And we're just moving those legs around in that hip joint, just opening up through the hips. It doesn't matter which way you go with this circle, we are going to move in both directions. Coming back to the center, let's go ahead and switch directions. And coming back into the center, let's bring both feet to the floor. We're going to cross the right ankle over that left knee. We're going to press that right knee away. If this is really tight, I want you to stay right here in this position, holding that knee, shoulders relaxed. If you can't really feel it or you want to go a little further, you're going to reach through. We're going to grab that thigh, bringing the knee to the chest. Interlace those fingers behind the thighs, shoulders relaxed, and just pull those legs closer to the body. And go ahead and flex both feet for me. Same rules apply with the knee. If you want to go a little further, you can grab that shin and pull in. But if you anything on the knee, coming back to that hamstring. Breathe. If the resistance in that stretch starts to release, if that muscle starts to release, make sure you're pulling in just a little bit more. You always want to feel the tension or the stretch through that muscle. And gently release. And let's go ahead and switch the leg that's on the top. We're working in through the hips. Press that knee away. Holding here if this is good, or bringing that leg up toward the chest, reaching through, grabbing the right hamstring, shoulders relaxed, pull it in, flexing both feet. And gently release. All right, we're going to roll over onto one side. So I'm going to first roll over onto my right. My back will be facing you. Just roll across. The arm is just relaxed. It can be under your head. It can be straight out. These legs, go ahead and take them out and then just slightly forward. And this is for balance on that bottom leg. You're going to take that top leg, mine being the left leg. We're going to gently bring this foot back. And I want you to grab a hold of the top of the foot or maybe the heel. If none of that works, you can use your strap to help pull your heel closer to the glute. You're going to stack those knees, heads relaxed, tummy is tight, and now I want you to start pushing your hips forward. If you want to go a little further, you can start pulling that leg back, but watch that balance. I don't want you to roll onto your glutes or onto your back. You want to stay on that side hip. This is stretching through the front of your thigh. And gently release. And then we're going to go ahead and roll over onto that other side. Bringing those legs straight, slightly forward. Top leg comes in. Grabbing hold of that heel, the top of the foot, or using your strap. Knees together, tuck, press those hips forward. Really feel that stretch. And if you want to go a little further, you can pull it back. And release it. Now we're going to gently press ourselves up, coming up into a comfortably seated position, whatever that is for you. I'm going to sit into what's called easy pose. Wrists to the knees, my spine is stacked. Excuse me, tummy is nice and tight. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Relax the wrists, release the fingers, space between your chin and chest. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes, find your center. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to drop the chest toward the floor or toward those legs. Keeping that back nice and flat. When you feel the pull, hold. And tummy tight. Now I want you to round your spine. You're going to slowly come up. Those hands are going to grab those knees. You're going to roll back. Hold here, tucking the chin. Inhale up, nice and tall. Let's go ahead and take that chest down. We're going to slowly move to that left side. We're going to reach those arms out to the side. As we're reaching to the left, we are pushing that right hip down. So you're getting this nice long stretch through the back. Shoulders relax. If you want a little more, you just walk those right fingers just a little further. But those shoulders need to remain relaxed. And that head can just drop down. Breathe deeply into the back ribs. And release it. We're going to come back into the center, reaching out, holding here, shoulders relax. And now we're going to press that left hand into the mat. The right bicep is going to come right near the ear, the right ear. And all we're going to do is drop that left shoulder and look to the right side. keeping the right bicep right next to the ear. Breathe. And take it back to the center. Now we're going to walk over that right side, reaching those hands out, shoulders relaxed. We're pressing that left hip away, maybe walking those left fingers forward, shoulders drop down, hold, breathing into the back ribs. And slowly releasing it again back to the center. Low as you can go, shoulders relaxed. Planting that right hand, bringing that left bicep near the ear. Drop the right shoulder. Just look to the side, reaching the left fingertips. Shoulder blades are relaxed. And back to the center. Slowly roll up, allowing that spine to flex. If you can, at the top, just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Let's go ahead and take it up into all fours. So moving from the knees up to all fours into a tabletop position. We're going to walk those hands out, reaching those hands, and just gently drop that chest down. Feel the forehead just fall to the floor, pushing the nipple line toward that floor, feeling the stretch underneath the shoulder blades. If you want a little bit more, come up to the fingertips and just start to walk them away, and then press the palms back down. And belly tight. Press up through the palms. Slowly walk those hands back in. Getting a little bit more through that upper back. We're going to take the right hand behind the left hand. The fingertips are pointing away from the body. You're just going to slowly walk the right hand out as you drop the right shoulder down, letting your head relax to the floor. Pressing the left palms into the floor. You have the choice to continue that rotation and look up at the ceiling over the left shoulder. But if this first move works fine, you can stay right here. I want you to breathe through this. You should feel this in the upper back. Again, underneath the shoulder blades. If you're tight, it will also hit you through the lat. Breathe deeply. Relax the shoulders. Keeping that mind blank. Just focus on the breath. Tighten up that belly. Gently unwind. Let's go ahead and do it to the other side. The left fingers go behind the right hand, pointing away from the body. Slowly walk them out, dropping the left shoulders down, letting that head relax. Tighten that tummy, big inhale. On the exhale, press through that right hand, roll, and if you can, looking over that right shoulder, always pressing the left shoulder toward the mat, hold. And tummy tight, gently come back up into that tabletop position. Working a little through our spine, let's go ahead and drop, looking up, big inhale. Exhale, tucking around. Inhale, drop, looking up. When you're ready, tucking around. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Coming back to the center, let's go ahead and bring the right foot forward to the front of the mat. Make sure it's way forward so that when you're dropping these hips down, your knee and your ankle stay stacked. Feel free to walk this left knee back to really give you more of a stretch through this hip flexor. If you sit all day long or often, these will be tight and can actually make that low back hurt. So it's good to keep them supple. Relax through the hip joint. So through that right hip, you're relaxing. Your hands can be on the floor. Both can be on the inside. You can be on your block. You can also be on your thigh. Wherever you are, those shoulders are relaxed. You're nice and released. To make more room, you move that belly to the inside. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Using that block if you need to. This front leg goes straight. So if you're tight, I want you on that block. Remember, it has 3 levels: high, medium, and low. So choosing your level, trying to keep your back flat, pushing your chest out. I want you to feel like you're going to drag this leg back. And when you do that, you're going to pull back on that right hip, and I want you to hold there. You can see my toes are pointed toward the floor. I would like you to do that as well, stretching out through the top of the foot. If you can't do any of this without rounding the back, that's fine, but I really want you to focus on pushing that back flat, especially if you have a block. Now let's go ahead and take those toes up. Again, pulling back on that right hip. And let's go ahead and release. Let's draw this right leg back. We're going to switch it with the left. Foot all the way forward, sinking down. Shoulders relaxed, tummy's tight. Maybe take that belly to the inside, relaxing through the shoulders. Hold, walking that right leg back if you need to, just to get your right hip flexor a little bit more of a stretch. Focus on that breath. And now we're going to slowly come back, keeping those toes down. Again, block if you need it. So this side's a bit tighter for me, so I'm actually going to use this block so that I can keep my back nice and straight. Point those toes. Pull back on that left hip. And now let's go ahead and bring those toes up. Again, pulling back on that left hip. And bend that knee. Gently coming forward. Let's go ahead and bring this foot back. We're going to cross those ankles behind us. Slowly come on down, taking those legs forward. So moving into a staff position, this is a great place for a strap if you have it. Otherwise, sitting up nice and tall, big inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to slowly bring the chest toward the floor. And I want you to focus on a nice flat back. If you have the flexibility and need a little extra, you put the block at the end of your feet and then reach around and grab that block. So if you are more flexible, you have the ability to get even deeper into the pose by using that block. For me today, I am tight, so I'm going to stay right here. But again, a strap is great right here. If you're tight, super tight, and struggling to get that back flat and pressing your chest towards your thighs. Deep breaths. Slowly, gently coming up. We're going to take those legs wide. Coming into the center. Feet are flexed up nice and tall. If you struggle to get tall through the spine in this position, your hands come back and you use those hands to push yourself up. And you hold right here. You can walk those hands forward to help press your chest forward. You're working on the flexibility and the strength to be in this position with the spine straight and those hands forward. So please use that modification if you need to. Remember, it's not about getting into that full pose or touching the toes, or it's about proper form. So making sure that everything is as it should be before you move forward into the next phase of the movement. So from here, you can slowly start to walk down, bringing the chest toward the thigh. You can use those legs, maybe a couch you can grab a hold of. This is notoriously tight for me, so I use my legs and I just do the best I can. Some days are better than others. But nice flat back, pressing your chest down. You can see my feet are flexed, tummy is tight. Hold, relaxing the head. You can use that Ujjayi breath if you'd like. It's not just for Shavasana. Anytime you need a little extra focus, a little extra relaxation. Relax the eyes, relax the jaw, release the expression. And gently coming in, let's go ahead and draw the right leg in. And it's going to come into that thigh. You're going to turn your chest to the extended left and just gently lay over that leg. This time you can round your back. Strap is great. Using the leg, shoulders release. Hands can be on either side. Up to you. Make sure you're pushing that right hip down. You should feel this through the low back as well. Belly's tight, gently coming up. We're going to switch, move it to that other side. Make sure it's open, it's not coming out straight, it is moving to the side. Turning the body to face the right foot. Both hands are on the same place on either side of the leg. Slowly bringing it down, rounding, grabbing, whatever you need to do. Shoulders relax. Foot is flexed. Hold. And gently coming up. Perfect. And let's go ahead and bring those legs center. One last stretch before we move into our ending pose. Let's go ahead and take the right foot over the left. You're going to hug in with the left. So you can either hug it in, elbow is between, or the knee is between the crook of the elbow, or you can take this left arm up and over to the outside of that right thigh. Sit up nice and tall, right hand behind, belly tight. The first move is a twist. And then you continue that twist, looking over that right shoulder if you can, or just to the side. And I want you to focus on the breath. You can see my left foot is flexed. Hold and breathe. This is going to be a little more difficult to breathe in, so do what you can. Shoulders stay down. Wring out that core, twist it out. Slowly release. Let's go ahead and move it to that other side. So now the left crosses over the right. Hug in with the right, left hand behind. The arm can also be up and over. Lifting tall, big inhale. Exhale, pull your belly in. Twist at the belly button. Drawing the shoulders down, look over that left shoulder. Stay lifted through your chest so there's no rounding, rolling that shoulder in. Everything's tall and lifted. Right foot is flexed. And release it. All right, so for our final pose, you have options here. You can go into the traditional Shavasana pose laying down, doing a modification from there. Or if you would like to join me, I'm going to go ahead and sit into Hero's pose. My knees are very tight and I want to give them a good stretch. It's also a place where I can relax and release some stress and tension without feeling like I'm going to fall asleep. Sometimes laying down in that corpse pose when I have a lot to do afterwards, it kind of really sets me back, makes me real tired. Whereas if I sit in the Hero's pose, I still get that relaxation, the benefits of that relaxation, but I don't feel fatigued or tired the rest of the day like I just want to go and take a nap. So I'm going to choose to sit in Hero's pose, but please feel free to choose differently if you'd like. Because I have knee issues, I do have to do Hero's pose on the block. So if you're going to join me, you're just going to come up onto the knees. I'm going to place my block behind, so there's lots of options. I'll turn sideways so you can see me better. You can choose to put it between the legs. It can be on whatever you like. You can also place it on the calves, between the thigh and the calves, sitting back.
Whatever feels good for you, whatever makes it where your legs don't fall asleep. And then you're going to come up nice and tall, shoulders relax. So if you're in corpse pose, you're closing your eyes, you're feeling the body relax back. If you're in hero's pose, you're lifting tall, those shoulders are down, you are seated as comfortably as you can. The hands are relaxed, they can be on the thighs. You can go ahead and turn them palms up, first finger and thumb touching. And again, focusing on the breath. I want you to think about relaxing the tension in the face. Relax the muscles around the eyes and jaw. Just feel that tongue relax. You're not gritting your teeth, nice and released. Focus on your breath. Feel it coming in through the nose. Slowly exhale through the nose. Feeling the tension, stress, relax, released out of the body. Utilizing that ujjayi breath if you like. Start to breathe just slightly deeper, a little bit more, another extra second, and a little bit longer on that exhale. Feel your body release a little further. There's no tension anywhere in the body. If you find a spot with tension, focus your breath on relaxing that area. I want you to stay here as long as you can and as long as you'd like. Namaste.